9 questions to build a personal brand. Before you build a personal brand, do not start with colors, logos, or content style. Start with clarity. Because a strong personal brand is not only about how you look online, it is about what people understand, remember, and trust about you. Most people post content without knowing what they want to be known for, so their message feels random, their audience gets confused, and their brand does not build a clear position. That is why the right questions matter. They help you understand your identity, your story, your values, your expertise, and the value you bring to others. A personal brand becomes strong when people can clearly answer, who are you, what do you stand for, what do you help with, and why should people trust you? Because personal brand clarity starts with the right questions. WHO. Are you you? Your personal brand starts with identity. Before people trust your message, they need to understand who you are. And this is not only about your job title. You are more than a founder, a marketer, a designer, a student, or a consultant. Your identity includes your role, your values, your personality, your experience, and the way you show up. Ask yourself, what do I want people to remember about me? What kind of energy do I bring? What do I want to be known for? And what makes my presence different? When your identity is clear, your content becomes easier to create. Your message becomes more consistent. And people start building a stronger picture of who you are. Because your personal brand starts with clear identity. What do you believe in? A strong personal brand is built on values. Your values show people what you stand for, how you think, and what kind of decisions you make. Without clear values, your brand may look nice, but it will not feel meaningful. People do not only follow skills, they follow beliefs, principles, and standards. So ask yourself, what do I believe in? What principles guide my work? What will I never compromise on? And what message do I want people to connect with? When your values are clear, your content becomes stronger, your audience understands your perspective, and people start trusting you for more than what you do. They trust you for what you stand for. Because values shape the way people remember you. What is your personality? Your personal brand also needs personality. Because people do not only remember what you say, they remember how you make them feel. Your personality is the tone, style, and energy behind your message. Are you calm and professional, bold and direct, playful and creative, deep and analytical, warm and supportive? The clearer your personality is, the more recognizable your brand becomes. Ask yourself, how do I sound when I communicate? How do I show up in my content? What feeling do I want people to have after they hear from me? And what energy should be repeated across my posts, videos, and conversations? A strong personality makes your personal brand feel human. It creates connection. It makes your message easier to recognize. And over time it helps people remember you faster. Because your tone and energy make your brand memorable. What do you focus on? A strong personal brand needs focus. If you talk about everything, people may remember nothing. Your focus tells people what space you belong in, and what kind of value they can expect from you. It does not mean you can only speak about one topic forever. But it does mean your audience should understand your main direction. Ask yourself, what topics do I want to be known for? What problems do I help people solve? What knowledge can I share consistently? And what should people come to me for? When your focus is clear, your content becomes more organized. Your audience understands why they should follow you, and your personal brand becomes easier to position. Because focus creates recognition, and recognition creates trust. What expertise do you show? Your personal brand becomes stronger when people can see your expertise. Expertise is not only about certificates, titles, or years of experience. It is about proving that you understand the problem and can help people think better, decide better, or act better. Ask yourself, what do I know that can help others? What problems can I explain clearly? What lessons have I learned from experience? And what results or insights can I share? When you show your expertise consistently, people start trusting your judgment. They see how you think, they understand your value, and they begin to connect your name with a specific skill, topic, or solution. Because personal branding is not only about being seen, it is about being seen as useful, credible, and valuable. What makes you different? A strong personal brand needs differentiation. If people cannot understand what makes you different, they may place you in the same category as everyone else. Your difference does not always need to be huge. It can be your perspective, your method, your story, your taste, your experience, your way of explaining, or the type of people you serve. Ask yourself, what do I do differently? What perspective do I bring that others may miss? What is my unique way of solving problems? And why should people choose to learn from me, work with me, or follow me? When your difference is clear, your personal brand becomes easier to remember, you stop blending in, and you start building a stronger position in people's minds. Because people do not remember the most available person. They remember the most distinct one. What is your story? Your story is one of the strongest parts of your personal brand. People do not only connect with what you know, they connect with what shaped you. Your story helps people understand your journey, your motivation, your struggles, your lessons, and why your message matters. Ask yourself, what experiences shaped the way I think? What challenges taught me something valuable? What journey brought me to this point? And what lesson can others learn from my story? You do not need to share everything, but you should share the parts that build trust, meaning, and connection. A strong story makes your personal brand feel real. It helps people see the person behind the content. And it gives your message more depth, because people remember stories more than statements. How do others see you? Your personal brand is not only what you say about yourself, it is also how people perceive you. Perception matters because your audience creates a picture of you based on your content, your tone, your actions, your consistency, and the way you communicate. Ask yourself, how do people describe me when I am not there? What do they trust me for? What do they come to me for? And what impression do I leave after every interaction? Sometimes, your intention and people's perception are not the same. You may want to look professional, but your message may feel unclear. You may want to look confident, but your content may feel inconsistent. That is why feedback matters. Listen to how people describe you. Watch what they respond to. Notice what they remember. Because your personal brand becomes stronger when your identity and people's perceptions start to match. What value do you offer? Here is the final question. What value do you offer? A personal brand is not only about being visible, it is about being useful. People follow, trust, and remember you when they understand the value you bring into their life, business, career, or thinking. Your value can be knowledge, strategy, inspiration, clarity, guidance, experience, creativity, or a better way to solve a problem. Ask yourself, what can people learn from me? What problem can I help them understand? What result can I help them move toward? And why should they keep coming back to my content? When your value is clear, your personal brand becomes stronger, your content has direction, your audience has a reason to stay, and your name becomes connected to something useful. Because a strong personal brand is not built by posting randomly, it is built by showing up with clarity, consistency, personality, expertise, and real value. If you want more animated business lessons like this, subscribe to SIVRA, and tell us in the comments what part of your personal brand you are building right now. Your challenge might become the next SIVRA video.